Alright, lesson 7. Just covering one lesson this time. So in this lesson we're going to be talking about proportions and how to solve them. So before we can talk about solving them, let's talk about what they actually are. So a proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equal. So a proportion stating that two ratios are equal. So what it would look like is a fraction, such as A over B, equals another fraction, like C over D. So a fraction equals a fraction. Two ratios are equal. Now, how do we solve them? You're going to cross multiply. And then divide. Which that probably makes no sense until we actually look at one, but just remember you're going to cross multiply then divide. So our first example, we see we have 7 over 18 equals 21 over x. So that cross multiply step, that means you're going to take and circle across your equal sign. So our 7 and our x go in one bubble, 18 and 21 go in the other. And you're going to multiply what is in those bubbles. So 7 times x gives us 7x. 18 times 21 gives us 378. So again, you're multiplying across your equal sign. So 7x equals 378. Then you're going to divide by the number that's with your x. So divide both sides by 7. Make sure you show it on both sides. This is our first kind of introduction into solving equations where we have to show steps on both sides. So 7x divided by 7 leaves us with x. 378 divided by 7 gives us 54. So x equals 54. All right, looking at another example. X over 12 equals 7 over 8. Again, we cross multiply with 8 times x, which is 8x, equals 12 times 7. So 12 times 7 is 84. So 8x equals 84. And then we divide by the number with the x. So divide both sides by 8. 8x divided by 8 is just x. And 84 divided by 8 is 10.5. Okay, now let's use that with a word problem. The wait time to ride a roller coaster is 20 minutes when 160 people are in line. At this rate, how long is the wait time when 220 people are in line? So our little watch out here. When you solve a real world problem using a proportion, be sure to compare the quantities in the same order. So if we look at our first, 20 minutes wait time for 160 people. So 20 over 160 equals how long is the wait when 220 people are in line? Now we know 220. The important part is that you put it in the right numerator or denominator here. Have to compare over here. Our 20 and our 160. Our 160 was our people, so our denominator must stay our people. I don't know my wait time, so that's my x. So let x be the wait time. And now we have a proportion. 20 over 160 equals x over 220. So we're going to cross multiply. 20 times 220 gives us 4,400. 160 times x, so 4,400 equals 160x. Notice this time I put my x on the right side of the equation. It does not matter which side. So then we divide by the number with the x on both sides. And we get that x equals 4,400 divided by 160 gives us 27.5. And as always, word problems require a label, and we were talking about minutes. So when there are 220 people, it would be a 27.5-minute wait. Okay, another word problem. Alicia's class is making care packages for a local shelter. They can make 8 care packages with 240 items. How many care packages can they make with 500 food items? So 8 packages out of 240 food items. So 8 over 240 equals, you know we have 500, we're looking for how many care packages. So how many care packages was our numerator, so x over food items was our denominator. Now keep in mind, you could set up these proportions in a different way. Just make sure that when you look across, you have the same labels. If it helps you to actually label them, go ahead and actually label them. Again, let x be the number of care packages. And then we cross multiply. So 240 times x gives us 240x equals 8 times 500 is 4,000. Divide by the number with the x. And 4,000 divided by 240, x equals, if we put that in our calculator, we would get 16.6 repeating. But we have to think about what the question was asking. How many care packages can they make with 500 food items? You don't want to make a partial care package, so therefore we would have to round down so they can make 16 care packages. Okay, now we've gone through a couple examples. Here's one for you to try on your own. So we have 60 over 100 equals 80 over x. Make sure you write down the problem and show your work.